Hi friends, in the earlier lecture we have learned about SED command and also how it can be useful for insertion, deletion, search or replace. So by default it is used for substitution. We have also seen how you can create a script with it by creating an input text file. We will create bash script later on the sections. Okay, so in this section we will learn about AWK command. This is also one of the powerful command like SED or grep command. Okay. Now, the grep command is also scripting language. Basically, it is not referred as command. It is scripting language, but it's just a command line scripting language. And it can be also useful for manipulating and generating report. How it is abbreviated as? So it's a Aho, Weinberger, and Kernighan. Okay. Now, the what are the AWK operations? So it can scan a file line by line, or it can split each input line into different fields. Also, it can compares the input based on some pattern, and also it can perform any action matched on some matched line. Okay, it is as described on the top, so it can be useful for transferring any data file or transferring to any specific characters. Also, it can produce whatever you have filtered out the reports. Now, the programming construct for this AWK is to format the output lines how you want a desired output line. Of course, you can add them with arithmetic and string operation and with conditional and loops also. So with this, let's start our AWK. Now the basic syntax is, of course, it will start with command AWK. Then it might have supported some options. So we will learn about options in the later section. Sorry. Now it will have some selection criteria. Then you can in the curly braces you can give any actions, and then it could have an input file, and then you can redirect it to output file. Now it has some built-in variables here. So we will go through all the variables. So basically the NR is for current count of input of number of input records. The NF is for number of fields within the current input record, and the RS is for record separator character. Similarly, the FS is for field separator character. OF RS for record separator character. OFS is for output field separator. ORS for uh, output record separator. Okay, so we have different kind of built-in variable in the AWK also. So you can practice this with the help of any example. So let's head over on our Ubuntu VM and let's practice this. So I'm on Ubuntu VM, it's locked again. Let me open it. Now I'm on my Ubuntu VM and I have navigated to my desktop. Now I have one demo file called employee.txt. It has some random number in column and rows format. So first one is name, then manager or whatever it's whatever, and he's in which department and what's the salary. Okay, hope we are clear with this. Now, if I will go to my terminal, so the by default behavior of AWK is to print. So what it will do? So what I can do, let me tell you the cat of this employee.txt. So you can see this is in row and column format. So I'm using the row and column format for a basic understanding and better understanding. Okay. So let's start with AWK. So of course you can go to main pages of AWK for finding more help in regard to this. So there are various options supported with this. I will hit Q. AWK by default prints anything in there. Okay. So if I will type AWK, then I will give the pattern. So what's the pattern? So I will give in the braces, curly braces. I want to print them. Okay. And what you want to print? So I will print employee.txt. So it will by default print the thing. Okay. Now if you want to print the lines which matches the given character, so how you can do that? So keep in mind that AWK by default take lines as basic pattern. Okay. Now if I will do that, so what I can do, I can in the column only, what I can do, I can give the pattern like take manager pattern and print the output associated with this line. So I will hit enter, so it will give me this. Okay, so it given me a output like manager in the lines. So by default the behavior is like manager, the line wise. Okay, now if you want to print first and suppose fourth column, so how you can do that? So I will go here, I will go here, and what I will do, I will option use option dollar. So dollar is like of variable, detecting variable. So this is a first and this is fourth. So once I will do that, so it will tell you. Okay, if you want to add of course any space, then you can do that. Okay, so I've just added this within the double quote, so it added the spacing between them. Of course you can add option nr. So what it will do, so if you want to print all the lines along with the line number, so how you can do that, we can use option nr. So I will give option nr, and what I can do, I will enter here nr and then $0. Okay, so it will give me the whatever the line number in the zero column, and then it will start everything, it will print everything. Now if you want to display the last field with the first field, how you can do that, from first field to nth last field, so how you can do that, so I can do by $1 and I can provide the variable called $nf. Okay, I can close this one. Okay, so if I will hit enter, so it will give me this. If you want to bring the lines down, so you can again pass them with nr. Okay, again there is another option for nr, use of nr. So how you can do that, so I can use nr option from this. Suppose you want to display line from 3 to 6, how you can do that, so in the quotes, so I will now this time I will give after means exit of this curly braces. So how I can do that, so I will get nr, take nr from 3 and then comma, then I will give nr till 6. Okay, and what I will do, I will ask it that hey print from, give the line numbering also and print from starting to 0. Okay, so if I will hit enter, so it will print from 3 to 6 and it will also give the numbering. Correct. Now how you will print the lines first item along with the row number. Okay, and also if you want to separate it with something, so how you can do that, so I will go with awk, then I will give the pattern and I will give the braces, then I will give the option print, then of course I want to do the numbering. What I want to do, I want to do the spacing with the hyphen option and then a space also, and then I am using option one, $1. Okay, and what's your file, my file is employee.txt. So if I will do that, so it added the numbering, it took the first column. Okay, it took the first column and also it's added colon, oh sorry, hyphen and then spacing. Okay, so to print any non-empty line if there are present, how you can do that, so you can use awk, then I can just use end f and less than 0, I can end the pattern and let me give employee.txt. So there are no file which is empty, every line is filled. Okay, so while discussing the ppt, what we have seen that we can provide regular expressions also, and also you can provide conditional and loops if and everything else. Okay, so let's use this in this time. So I will clear the terminal. So what I can do, I can use awk, then let me clear this bit. Okay, I will use awk, then I will give the pattern. Okay, and in the pattern and of course I can use employee.txt. Okay, now in the pattern I will give my expressions or whatever commands I can put in here. So I will give the curly braces. Now I will type if length, so length is a keyword detected by this awk, if the length of $0, okay, I will close this one, is greater than max. Okay, So what I am doing, I will close this one max. I will assign it to max, and then I will assign it to length, and then I am assigning it to this variable. So it's just iterating again and again, and it's just going at the end till it's finding the max value. And then what I want to do, I want to also print max. So I will print max. So I've created a variable called max, and then it is, if the value is greater than max, it is assigning to this. Earlier the length was 0, and then it was assigning to max. Okay, if I will hit enter, so it's saying it. So the length was 31 character of the length, the longest longest line present in the employee.txt. Okay, so get employee.txt. So I think it might be this one, right? 31 characters. So hope we are clear with this. Now, what if you want to print the lines with more than 10 characters? So this one is very easy. So we have already learned about the length word. So I can use length, then take the word as 0 if it is greater than 10, sorry, greater than 10, then print it, and what our employee.txt. Okay, so it is printing all the lengths that is having greater than length. Okay, of course you can filter them out with nr or nf command. If you want to check for any string or in any specific column, how you can do that? So I can use anything like so it's the use of if command. So what you can do, I can again use of colon curly braces, sorry. So I can use curly braces, and then I can pass it to if, then sorry, if, and then I can pass it in whatever the variable. So if the third column is equal to b6, okay, then then print it, and I will close the close this close this expression. Okay, if you will not close this, it will throw an error. So there are nothing like that. Okay, now also you can provide anything in it. It's not needed to provide a file, so it can work on its own expression. So how you can do that? So suppose if you want to print a cube of any specific lines, so how you can do that? So I will type awk. Okay, now I will begin the statements by typing begin. Hey, now let's begin. And then what I will do, I will use curly braces and close the first syntax here. Sorry, I will close here. Now in here, what I will do, I will use for loop for I equal to 0. So I'm hoping you know how to work with iterative command. I less than equal to 6, and then sorry, I plus plus. Okay, I've given the for loop, and then I am here. I'm typing print. What you want to print? So I'm giving print of square of print square of, and then here I want to give I, that it will take that print of this, so it will take 1 2 3 4 5 6 from all of these from the beginning I, and then I will give another thing, and then I will, in the double quote, I will put is, and then what I want to put, so I want to put I, then multiply I. Okay, and I will end the expression. Okay, so if I will hit enter, so what it will do, so the square of 0 is 0, square of 1 is 1, square of 2 is, oh sorry, I was putting square, it should be cube, it should be cube. So the cube is here. Okay, so I am hoping you are clear with the awk command. It is much more powerful. Of course you can use it also in bash scripting, so it will also work without any keyword. You just define your variable like we did in SCD, and use your awk command, so it will also work. So yeah, uh, that's it for this lecture. We have learned about very much powerful command grep, SCD, and AWK. These are known as much and more powerful command in Linux. So ensure to keep practice them. So yeah, that's it for this lecture. We'll meet you soon in the next lecture. Okay. Till then, take care.